It's a Black Jedi.
What's going on, everyone? My name is ABJ, also known as A Black Jedi. Welcome back to my channel. I usually talk about Star Wars or Marvel here on this channel, but you know I had to talk about that Snyder Cut, baby. Go ahead and hit subscribe right now with post notifications on if you're new. That way you don't miss any videos. Okay, bring it in, everyone. Bring it in. Yo, chill, you too close. Shake my hand. I appreciate you for checking out today's video. Okay, so I don't even know where to start. Where do I start with this review? There's just so much that I want to talk about and need to say, and I don't even know where to start. While I figure that out, make sure you hit the like button if you are a fan of DC, if you're a person who's been pushing forever for the Snyder Cut to come out, a person who's been hoping for it to come out. Go ahead, hit the like button. Let's celebrate this release together. Okay, so if you're a person who did not want the Snyder Cut to happen, if you're a person who is hoping that this movie is bad, you're probably gonna wanna leave the video right now because this video is not going to be for you at all. This movie kinda really actually blew me away. I actually didn't expect to like this movie as much as I did, just because I haven't been a huge fan of the DC films lately. But I mean, I did grow up with these characters. I mean, I watched the Batman animated series as a child. I watched, you know, the New Adventures of Superman. I used to really love Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. Heck, I even used to watch that old show that some of you here probably have never heard of, The New Adventures of Lois and Clark. Those were my shows as a kid, and I absolutely loved them. So I really have wanted to love the DC movies. I really wanted to love Justice League when it came out a few years ago. But yeah, that Justice League movie was trash. I'm happy though to say that the Snyder Cut was, I think, everything we've been hoping for. This is going to be a spoiler-free review, so don't worry if you're a person that, you know, wants to see this epic movie and not have anything spoiled for you. I'm not going to spoil anything about the film. First off, okay, let's talk about the runtime. That 4-hour runtime. I'll be real with you. Yes, 4 hours is a long movie. And yeah, it's not like it just completely flies by. It feels like a long movie. I mean, it is a long movie. But in my opinion, after watching this, there isn't anything that I would have wanted just completely removed and cut out, because I feel like it all came together so well. Honestly, people that are complaining about, 4 hours being so long, I mean, how many times have you sat down and binge watched 4 1-hour episodes of a show? A lot of people do that all the time, so stop complaining. Also, I want to talk a little bit about the characters in this movie. You get all the characters from the original Justice League movie that we got in theaters, in addition to some others, ones that you know about, like Darkseid. Now, Darkseid, I feel like, has been very controversial. People have been talking about the way he looks, and yeah, I guess that's pretty much the most part. People are just don't like the way he looks. I think it's dumb. I think he looks perfect in this movie. Yes, his eyes are more orange than they are red, but I mean, how many times do we change things in comic book movies? The MCU Spider-Man, in my opinion, his suit isn't really comic book accurate, and I actually do hate that suit. But I don't see people complaining about that suit nearly as much as they complain about Darkseid, and Darkseid looks way more comic book accurate in this movie. Now, as far as the character development for Darkseid, we don't get a ton of Darkseid stuff, but I think that you'll be pleased. You do get to see him fairly enough. If you're looking for a lot of huge character development for Darkseid, you're not going to get it in this movie. It is, in my opinion, that if Zack gets his way and he gets to go and make his original trilogy of Justice League films, hopefully we will see Darkseid developed a little bit more. Perhaps we will get to know more about him as a character and what drives him. In this movie, he's just more, I'm evil and I'm going to do evil things because I am the evil guy. Also, CYBORG. We get so much more of CYBORG in this movie, including his backstory. And I thought it was handled so well. Let me tell you guys, Going into this movie, I wasn't like a huge Cyborg fan. I used to see him in Teen Titans, and yeah, he was great in that show. This actually made me like a Cyborg fan. BOOYAH! I actually kind of want like a solo Cyborg movie now. I don't know if that'll ever happen, but if it wants to happen, you can sign me up. Now let's talk about the story. Yes, the story is practically what we got in the theatrical release of the original Justice League, except it is way more expounded on. You really get more character depth and character emotion, in my opinion. I felt like I just got to spend more time with the actual Justice League. Wouldn't go into this expecting a completely new story, you know? It's not a completely new story, but it is, in my opinion, a better version of the story that we got in the theatrical release of Justice League. This movie knows what it is, and it's not trying to be some other type of comic book movie. In my opinion, the mistake that Wonder Woman 1984 made, the mistake that Aquaman made, is both of those movies, and this is just my opinion, I feel like they're trying to be MCU movies. They're trying to be way more fun, more lighthearted, more colorful. Don't get me wrong, there is room for that in the DC universe, but I don't think they did it as well as the MCU has done stuff. I just think they have a certain style and they do that style well. And I don't think that Warner Brothers or DC needs to try and replicate that style. This movie is completely different, a different feeling than any of the MCU movies, and in my opinion, it's all better for it. Kind of reminds me of the Joker film in a way where it's so different from other comic book movies. And I think honestly, that is probably why Warner Brothers didn't want to release this cut, even though they should have. It felt so different from the MCU Avenger movies, which is no doubt what they were doing their best to replicate. This movie proves that you don't need to try and replicate something else. Be your own film. And I think fans, even though this movie is 4 hours long, fans would have sat down in theaters and loved every minute of it. Okay, now let's talk about some things that I didn't like so much, but don't worry because it's a short list. This is going to sound really nitpicky, but I'm a big Batman fan. And in my opinion, I didn't get as much Batman as I wanted. Yes, he is in this film and he has more scenes than he had in, you know, the theatrical release, but I just wanted some really epic Batman moments, and I don't feel like I truly got those. But, and this is a very minute spoiler, he does get a pretty cool upgrade to his armor in this movie, and I thought that was pretty dope. Also, another one of my dislikes, which is not as nitpicky in my opinion, is Ezra Miller as Flash. I just really don't like him as the character. Like, I don't want to be mean, but I just don't think he plays Flash well. Maybe Zack is telling him to act in this weird, just dumb way. It's just a dumb way to portray Barry Allen. I really can't imagine having to sit through a whole Flash movie if that movie ever does come out. I'll be completely honest, those are kind of my only nitpicks with the film. I really loved this movie. If I had to give this movie a rating, I'd say I have to give it a 9.5 out of 20. No, I'm just playing a 9.5 out of 10. So Justice League, the Zack Snyder cut, have you seen it? If you have, let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. Be careful. Please do not be that person that spoils it for someone else, because, I mean, come on, dude, it's just not cool. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Thanks for hitting the subscribe button and hitting that bell. And until next time, may the Force be with us all.